Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC. Oh, today we're going to be taking a look at a Harnds knife. Now, Harnds is a brand that I think it gets overlooked a bit, I believe. I can definitely speak from my experience. I've had a few Harnds knives come through. I've done a review I did an actual review on the Harnds Blazer, which is a larger, more stout work type knife. And then our blind knife review, we did the Harnds Talisman, which that one was a really, really nice knife. I really liked the Talisman. Had a little bit larger EDC, I guess I would call it. I think that one was about 7.5, 7.75 inches, right around there. So a little bit bigger EDC, not too big. But now I also have this one in my collection. This is the Harnds Knight. I have not done a review on this one. For the simple fact is you really can't find them anymore. At least I have a hard time finding them. But this is the Knight, if I didn't say so, the Harnds Knight 8CR14 blade. But this, I love the blade on it. I love the blade shape. And this is an extremely comfortable knife. I know I'm telling you how good it is, and they're really hard to find, but it really is. So, and then of course we have this one, the Seal. Now that makes number 4, and I would say 3 out of the 4 were pretty darn good knives. This Knight, really good. I really like it. I still enjoy carrying it. Don't do it very much. Very comfortable. The Talisman, really good. This little guy, cool little knife. The Blazer, that larger, I sent it to Zeb. He did Zeb from Woodland Tactical type things to it. And you can check out his video if you'd like. It didn't hold up as well as I thought it should. So, there's that. But anyway, we're going to take a look at the Seal today. Now, the Seal comes to me from my good buddy Marshall. He sent it to me as a Christmas present, and this is awesome. I really believe, if you know Marshall, I really believe that this was his way of, his little message of saying, get busy, brother. And what I mean by that is, I typically say I don't pick up recurve blades because of my own sharpening skill level. So, and I still haven't dyed a handle, scales for a knife. So I believe this was just a little message from Marshall saying hop to it, which he knows I'm never going to get rid of this knife. It was a gift from him. This thing will be in my collection forever. So if I want to sharpen it, I better get busy, huh? And if I want to sharpen it well, I really need to get busy. But I definitely will be doing a mod to this one. I am going to dye the scales. Yes, I am going to dye them red. I don't know if I'm going to dye the backspacer, though. I mean, this is a natural Jade G10. I might leave that just like that for contrast. If I was going to dye it, I'd probably dye it black. And that's a lot of dye for that little thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can reuse dye if it's stored correctly, but I think I just might leave it that way for contrast. Let me know down in the comments what you think. But anyway, as I said, this is the Harnds Seal. We've talked about the Jade G10 handles and backspacer. You got stainless steel liners on it. I know it's hard to see. There's really no weight relief in there. I mean, it's not an overly heavy knife to begin with. I mean, it could be a little bit lighter if there was weight relief. You got wire pocket clip for right or left hand. Tip-up carry, which is awesome. There you go. You got the Harnds H on the pivot. Yes, you do have a normal pivot screw on the opposite side. Move to the blade. There you go. IHE steel, AUS 8. And it says it is the Seal. Now the Harnds logo there, kind of big for a small blade. I know I had somebody comment on that during SKL when I was showing this one off. And it is. It's a little big for such a small blade. Flat ground. You got satin on the grinds here, and then you do have a bit of a stone wash on the flat, which I really like. And you got that big ol' thumb hole, which, yep, you can definitely thumb flick it. And who would have thought I could even Spidey flick it? I think with a large hole like that, pretty much anybody could Spidey flick that thing, I would hope. I know I'm not the best at it, but I certainly can. It's riding on bearings. So action on it is pretty darn good. It's not super drop sheddy. Gets to that point. Need to clean it up, maybe get a little bit more lube in there. I'll be able to do that when I haven't taken it apart yet, but I'll definitely be taking it apart when I dye the scales. So give it a good cleanup, and I bet we can get her to drop shut even a little bit better than that. Blade, not really a choil, and we are kind of, it does, I guess it comes all the way back. But like I said, you do have a little bit of a recurve there. Not too bad, just a little bit. Jimping is, it's fairly wide, but it gets the job done. Holds my thumb pretty darn well. Locks me into that grip. Pretty darn good. Let's see what's the centering look like on it. Yeah. It's pretty close to center. It might be off towards the show side just a little bit, but not too bad. Good solid lockup on it. Liner lock. Sorry, I didn't show you. Now you can see there the liners aren't overly hefty, so they're not too bad, but I don't think I'd want to do too heavy. I don't think I'd be wanting to do woodland tactical stuff to it. That's just me though. What's our lockup looking at? What do you think? About a third? Yeah? 33 1/3? That sounds good to me. Let's get some measurements. So this little guy, smaller, just over 6 3/4 inches. Official is 6.8, so we'll give it to him. Looks like you pretty much all have all of a 4-inch handle, which is going to give you that 2 3/4-ish inch blade with just a little more. Grip length. Now your actual grip length between these 2 points, you're looking at 1, 2, not even quite 3 inches. In my grip, in my 3 3/4 inch hand, that's what it looks like. My pinky doesn't fall, in that cutout that's made for the grip, but where it does land, even though, it's this part, it doesn't, it would be worse if it was up here, with one of these fingers, but with that pinky, it doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all. But that's how it looks in my 3 3/4 inch hand. So I can get a full 4-finger grip on it. Much larger hands, you're gonna start probably being off the handle just a little bit, but we'll get a weight. Now it feels lighter. To me, it feels lighter than what it is. If I remember right, I think it's 3.5. 97 grams. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 3.5. Okay. To me, it doesn't feel like that. It definitely doesn't. Maybe, yeah. But it almost feels lighter than what it is to me. Carry-wise, carries really well in pocket. There you go. You don't have a whole lot left over. You're looking at about 1/4 inch there. Not a whole lot. Excuse me. That JG10, now if I dye it red, it'll be a little bit more noticeable, but that's not that big of a deal. Good retention on the clip. Really smooth, in and out. Oops. I left and I'm doing it in the camera. There we go. I left a string behind. All better. Carries really good in pocket. It really does. Good retention, as I said. Now the interesting thing It's a little bit slimmer knife. Let's do some, we don't do this all the time, but we're going to do it today just to see. What do we got there? 0.45. Yeah, not bad at all. Width-wise, it's going to be a little bit wider down here. Yeah, you're looking at 1.6. A bit over 1.5 inches, but not bad. The thing that I was really interested in, like I said, flat ground blade. And when I measured it before, behind the edge, how about 0.175, 0.18 behind the edge? Not bad. Not too bad at all. I mean, it's not your super slicey, you know, 0.1 or 0.11. 0.17, 0.18. Not too bad on this little bugger. Overall, guys, I am really digging this knife. Yeah, it's got a recurve. I'm going to have to get better at sharpen. It's definitely going to get a makeover. It's going to get a red RIT dye job on it. But it's a pretty cool little knife. It's an awesome gift. I mean, come on. And I'm going to be able to put my own touches on it, which that just makes it that much cooler. And I know there's a lot of you out there that say, yeah, I've been RIT dyeing knives for years now. Well, cool. Good. Good. I haven't. But this one's definitely going to get a pretty darn cool little knife. Blue liked it. I know there's several people after Slicey's huge shout out here a few days ago that are probably new to the channel. Well, this is Blue. This was also a gift from Marshall. And he actually has his own video as well. But Blue helps me review knives. He sits over here and he helps me review knives. Boba Fett's over there too now. Boba Fett, well, Boba Fett's Boba Fett. He don't say a whole lot. But Blue liked it. He'd give it an 8, which I think that's a pretty fair rating for this pretty cool little knife. And you can find these guys on Amazon, Power Cutlery, for right around 28 bucks. Which, not too bad for a little knife like that. So I will definitely have my Amazon affiliate link down in the description. If you use it and decide to pick one up, awesome. Helps the channel out. Greatly appreciate it. As always, thank you guys for sticking around, checking out the Harnds seal with me. As always, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, guys. You know I love talking to y'all. Next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.